So basically, Letitia James, is seeking 250 million, claiming persistent fraudulent practices in a scheme overvaluing about 200 different assets in financial statements. That's a lot of assets. Um, this alleged fraud involves, as I said, statements. And if the lawsuit, like she said, she her goal
Demand.
is to
Yeah,
demand or
demand.
goal or demand is to prohibit Donald Jr., Eric, Ivanka, and the others named in the suit from being an officer of a company in New York, and also permanently ban all Trump companies named in the suit um, from, of course, conducting business in New York. She also stated that Donald basically, so basically, if you can summarize it, she's stating that Donald is lying or capping, as they say these days.
It's
He ain't
Captain.
very, very much. If I had a
Yeah,
cap right now, I would have had to
you
put it
put it
on.
on. Yeah,
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 it's
yeah, yeah.
basically he is overvaluing himself. So we are not talking about $1 billion Trump anymore. He's more like $1 million Trump.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, what do you think about the allegations? Don't go too
yeah.
deep, just on the surface right now,
Yeah, let me
RJ.
just yeah, I'll just chime in for a bit and then we can continue. But yeah, it's what you said. It's pretty the accusations are pretty serious, definitely, and what they're requesting is very serious as well.
Yep.
Because this is the Attorney General of New York, and New York is basically or I don't know if this is where Trump did most of his business, but he has been known for a very long time in New York for doing business. His Trump Towers is, I mean, he is a legend in New York. He's always been a legend before he really entered into politics. He's been a legend in New York. He comes from so he has pedigree. His father was also in business, and New York is one of the worldwide centers of business. And for a while, it was the main place to do business. Now you can argue because there are more countries. For example, you can do it in, yeah, I mean, you can go Hong Kong, you can go Dubai. I mean, but New York is still among the top 5 or 10 places to do business. And to bar him, I mean, if they succeed and they do get him banned, uh, it might definitely have consequences for him personally. Of course, he's gonna let other, for example, trust companies or management companies take over. So he's not. I don't think so. I'm a bit skeptical that he'll lose power directly, but he would need to be more creative, let's say.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that's. But I don't. I think that if the Attorney General of New York succeeds, Trump will definitely feel it. I don't know
Yeah.
if he'll feel it financially, but he'll definitely feel it emotionally. Some people argue that he doesn't have emotions, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's very interesting if you look at it. Uh, However, it's too early now to say anything to go too deep into the case because the lawsuit was just filed last week. Defenders still have to look at the case. Um, But what we can do is look at the circumstances, look at the bigger picture. What are we talking about? Who is the Attorney General? Why did she choose this moment to address this topic? And why are they? Because they talked about criminal, a lot of criminal stuff they mentioned during the video,
Yeah.
but they are suing him instead of locking him up. So maybe we can dive that later on a bit deeper on that.